Good morning, good morning. Morning. Thank you, Lord, for a new day to trade. This is not financial advice, educational purposes only. And I'm in two tickers right now. I usually don't play much before these live streams, but couldn't sleep, trying to get over a sickness, and sleep was a little difficult. So woke up earlier. I'm in CTE, CETX, and BNAI just to see if they flush here at 7 o'clock. If BNAI breaks over 250, I'm just cutting. So I got my finger on the trigger if it does. It's just been struggling at this 250 level, and sometimes they flush right at 7, and I think BNAI is going to give back a lot of these gains. Could be wrong, but let's see what happens. And I have my trade idea alerts on if we get anything new. And we did get that flush from BNAI. Let's see if it flushes a little bit harder though. Well, we got a red candle, I shouldn't say flush. But let me know if y'all see anything new popping up to play. AEHL. I was looking at it earlier today. Now it's pushing, isn't it? Retesting these highs. That's a good call, but I'm probably gonna sit this one out since it's only about 10-12 cents since I'm already in these other ones. But it probably will flush because that's just a retest. Well, actually, that could be about a 20-cent flush if it drops down to 160, but I'm gonna just keep an eye on these. Let me know if y'all see anything. I'm looking as well. So BNAI is going my way, but not CETX. Getting a little bit of a pop here. I'm not gonna add, I'm just gonna wait and see what it does. I think it's gonna give it back though. But low expectations for these. I just wanted to see if they would drop at 7. Cut BNAI if it gets over 250. I think this one has a lot to give back today. So might see if I can ride it out like the old times. So I used to trade. Or similar to that. The second day setups, getting in early and then just letting them fade. I don't do that very much anymore though. But CETX, let's see what it does here. If it breaks over if it gets probably a 280, I'll add, but I'm not seeing any fresh 7 o'clock pops, are y'all? Watching EKS, so I was looking at that one earlier too. EKS, yeah. Actually not a bad area that it's at. Might see if it pushes a little bit more, but I might look for an entry for it, to be honest. Grab me some locates for it. I don't know anything about this ticker though. Got me a little entry on it while I do some research. Very small because, like I said, I want to do some research on it first. But got an entry 843 while I do some due diligence. Y'all might think I'm crazy, but that's my style. So let's see what I mean by like enter then do research. But I've already looked at it a little today. 28 million market cap, 3 million float, overall offering risk high, medium cash needs, running on a merger investigation. I don't know. But CETX is pushing against me a little bit, so I'm gonna add right here. I'm gonna slap it right here. Another 1,000 shares. Okay, added at 279. I'm in 3 plays, so I'm gonna keep an eye on these 3. Since there's no new pops, I guess I'm gonna try everything. Oh, okay, the investigation news was from this morning. It's running from the news from yesterday. Got it, okay. Cool, I'm in 3 plays, so green and 2, red on 1, and the one I'm red on is CETX. If it keeps pushing, I might have to trim here because I'm already in a couple thousand shares. So I'm gonna see if it breaks over 285. If it does, I might trim out and then re-add somewhere higher. But it's not uncommon to see an initial little pop like this at 7 o'clock and then it just dies. So we will keep an eye on it. Appreciate it, DHK. These flushes work a lot better when there's a 7 a.m. pop money rotation, but not today. So I might have picked the wrong day to hope for a 7 a.m. flush, but all good. None of them's concerning at the moment. CETX kind of looking like it's about to come back to reality. My average is 271, which isn't great, but I got in before, so it's down here, and then I added it to, I can't remember, 280 or something, 279. So a little flush, I'll be back to break even. But let me know if y'all see anything. I prefer when there's 7 o'clock pops. Fee to borrow 2000 SOPA was 4,600 bucks. Crazy. Yeah, I noticed earlier for 500 shares it was 600, so that's about right. So it's went up since then. Wow. Yeah, what was it, Alex? I don't know if you're on, but he said that he was going to keep an eye on SOPA until he saw the low case in the Discord shortly before we got on. Oh yeah, you are on. Yeah, no, I was like, no, I agree, bro. The price action looks beautiful on it, but it was low case scary. Hail Mary, Hotel Fairy. They are concerning. AEH. Oh, that was from the Discord. So AEHL. Oh, good call, CJ. So the one I didn't play, the one that CJ, the dude that kills it every day in the group, called out, I didn't play. When CJ says a ticker, I need to listen. So what is CETX doing? Oh, these are pretty boring right now. DRMA starting. Let's see. It is. Keep an eye on DRMA. Oh, here we go. CJ, you predicting the future, bro. We got a perfect little retest right here. I'm entering it. I'm not in it yet since it's still pushing. Luckily, I was a little slow today, so I want to see where it goes now. Where it stalls out at. All right, I'm entering now. Oh, I don't have locates. This whole time I thought I had locates. All right, that might be a warning sign. I'm just going to take that as a warning sign that it could push. Yeah, no locates now. So they might keep pushing, guys. It's usually a warning sign. And it makes sense because people like us are not getting in it. We apply selling pressure to it. So I wonder if it keeps pushing here. I'm back to break even on CTX now. So I'm going to get my size back down to 1,000 shares instead of, well, now I'm a little in the money. There we go. It's flushing now. So like I was saying, this is now that something else is moving, this will flush a little better. So in the money in all the plays now, but nothing too impressive to talk about. Barely green. But DRMA, yeah. It's funny. I usually grab locates early, and I didn't this time. I wasn't expecting it to push up so fast. But I'm kind of glad I didn't because, like I said, see, it's usually a warning sign. Keep pushing. Sometimes when we can't get in. We saw it earlier with SOPA. There's a good retest. SOPA this morning. A few of us in the group was like, yo, this looks like this is going to be a good retest. And then it kept pushing. Oh, it went to this. Where did I draw that line at? See, I don't ever look on my, because I was just looking at my phone earlier. I'm on the computer for these live streams, but yeah, the point is we couldn't get in locates here, and it just kind of like blew past that retest level. DRMA still pushing? Yeah, still pushing, it looks like. Yeah, I can't get in it, so I'm not going to spend too much time looking at this one. EKSO is slowly falling. I only entered a couple hundred shares though, so let's see if it bounces off EWAP here, if we get a little decent flush on it. I don't really know much about this company besides 3 million float, overall offering risk high, medium cash need, and to spin out cloud business, proposed business combination. So basically, like, looks like some merger. Yeah, green on all three, but I mean pennies. You know, I'm up 46 bucks, 28 bucks, and $6. So I'm basically at break even with all of them. So seeing if any of these flush. BNAI, I wasn't expecting too much of an intense flush on this one, but I think this is going to be a slow fader all day. This was an excessive move yesterday. I don't know if any of y'all noticed. It was only a $250,000 contract. And it went up like what, 200%, 150%, something crazy. So I think it'll give some of this back. So I used to do this a lot more back in the day where I would just kind of like hold and let them just the second day and just let them die. I might try that with BNAI. Again, this one isn't going to be exciting, but I can see it giving back most of the day. EKSO finally broke VWAP. Up $100 on it, but again, I didn't enter very heavy. This is the smallest size I'm in, and of course it's the one that's flushing, so. But all good. So until we get another, well, it's 7:15. See if there's any 7:15 PRs that came out. No. Nope. Do you know what sets the price on locates? DRMA went from $10 to $50 to 150 a minute for 400 shares. When you sell them back, you usually get a low price back. Yeah, it's supply and demand. I don't know anything about DRMA, but I guarantee when I look it up right now, it's going to be a very low float. DRMA. It's just like, yeah, less than a million float. Not a surprise. So it's supply and demand with just like any business. There's only a certain amount of supply, so you're going to charge more for the ones you have. If it's a big float with an endless supply, you don't need to do that. But if you only have a handful of shares, you're not going to give them away for pennies. So that's how the brokers, the middlemen, the whatever make their money. But if you do buy them early, like let's say you bought them originally for $10 and then they go up to $150, TradeZero is usually pretty good about giving you the fair market price that they're currently at. It's still gonna be way less than they're charging, but let's say they traditionally give you 20% of the price or 10% of the price, they'll give you the 10% of the price where it's at now. But yeah, it's just supply and demand. No, good question though. Can you talk about the dynamics of locate costs and why high prices or unavailability is a bad sign for you? So kind of goes back to that last question. Getting a lot of questions on locates, but they're good questions. Something's flushing a little bit. Okay, yeah, CETX is finally giving back a little bit here, not much. And then EKSO is, I'm up about 120 on it, but again, I entered it small. I wish I'd have added more to that one, but all good. I thought it might give us one more pop, but I'm just going to probably hold on to these. I'm going to try to at least see if we can get back down to like 7. But anyways, yeah, it's just a warning sign because people like me can't get in shorts, and that tells you the float is locked. You know what I mean? So just like we can't get in, that means the float is tight. So when floats are tight, like low floats, that's the ones I say for newbies to stay away from, and even experts, pros, typically short sellers stay away from these, is because when the float is super tight, they just, I mean, they just fly up. You know, there's only so many shares available, so it that's where you get those really intense, strong moves. That's why long momentum traders like low floats. That's why I like people like Ross Cameron. You know, he prefers the low floats because, well, I don't really know his style that much, but I think I'd imagine he prefers lower floats because they squeeze really, you know, really easy. That's what when I take long, I look for low floats. So if there's no shorts, if there's no locates available, that tells you that the float is locked up and shorts can't get in. So, and there's a lot of debate whether, well, there shouldn't be, there's not a lot of debate, but there's some people that just think that we play no impact on these tickers and it's all manipulation. I do not believe that for a second. I think there's a lot of manipulation, but that's why pumpers can pump. You know what I mean? They pump a ticker and then it shoots up because a lot of people jump into it. So I think shorts not being able to get in it and apply selling pressure to it keeps it from, you know, this is like a one-sided fight. If shorts can't get in and only longs can get in, like it's a pretty obvious direction it's going to go. Not saying that shorts are the only things that bring stocks down. You know, a lot of people bailing out and selling at the same time can do that. But I mean, imagine a street fight. You got one side that can fight and the other one that can't do anything. Who do you think is going to win? So it's just more like that concept. Because don't forget, we're retail traders and we're about the only, I mean, there's wells that trade small caps. I'm not saying, like, I consider Ross a well, to be honest. Like, some of his position size is massive compared to most traders. So if you have big enough size in this small cap pre-market game, I'm a pretty firm believer that you can move a ticker pretty easy, because even when I've been in bigger positions, like, and I've closed it, I've seen it move. Like, I would have to put my sell order like 5 cents above the ask to make sure I would get completely filled, and I would see it move 5 or 6 cents. You know what I mean? So you can imagine what somebody with a 6-figure position can do. Seeing a lot of talk in the Discord about AEHL. Maybe not a lot of talk, but I keep seeing something pop up about AEHL. Yeah, that was a good call earlier. I didn't play that one though. I'd rather watch these, rather play these tickers that are like watching paint dry. Maybe 7:30 will get a pop. But EKSO is slowly going down. Let's see what it does. Hopefully it doesn't try to bounce at the, what is this, the 50? Yeah, it's a 50. I'm gonna try to hold it, see if I can get it at least back to about 713 something, 720. Yeah, no real volume anywhere. I'd love to see something. One, I want something to play, and two, I wouldn't mind money rotating away from EKSO, CETX, and BNAI. Even though these are not usually typically the ones that's affected by money rotation as much. It's usually the previous ticker that's running. So like if there's these that are barely moving, barely liquid right now, they're not usually too affected by money rotation, but the one that was previously moving before the previous pop. So let's say there was a 7 o'clock pop that's been running, and then we get a nice 7:30 move that steals the attention. That's usually play that flushes, not necessarily these illiquid ones. Maybe EKSO might be affected by it because it's somewhat liquid. I mean, it's moved some since 7 o'clock, but still, I don't even think this one would be affected that much. Maybe a little. But yeah, old Colin, I see you're on today. He was the one that me and him had some conversations, some good, insightful conversation about locates, and we kind of take the high locate fees as like a warning sign, and a lot of times they do keep squeezing, and they do have high locates, or if you can't get in, I wouldn't say we back tested it, but we looked at a lot of examples of plays where it happened and look, it hasn't even had a red candle yet. So dropping off, and guys, this is things that took me a long time to figure out the hard way. So like, I try to share what I know. I get things wrong here and there, but some of these things I'm dropping on this live stream, man, I would have paid good money to know a couple years ago when I got into this. Because I almost saw high-low case as a challenge. Like, that's just how flawed I was thinking at that time. It's like, oh, it's expensive. Bet I'm gonna make even more of this with like dumb logic. But again, self-taught, so learn the hard way. Maybe we'll get us a pop here in 3 minutes. So I'm just chilling with these tickers. Like I said, green in all of them, but nothing to write home about. Up 90 bucks, up 120 bucks, and up 35 bucks. Waiting for one of them to make a solid move down. Then I might start trimming. But BNAI, I'm not expecting fireworks with this one. Like I said, I might try to hold on to this one as long as I can today, as long as it doesn't break 250. 250 is where I'm belling, and I got my average was like 243, so I'm only gonna risk about 7-8 cents on this one for a potentially nasty flush, hopefully. Am I in anything right now? Yeah, I'm in 3: BNAI, CETX, and EKSO. But low expectations. These are just, hope they keep fading. There we go. EKSO looks like it made its next move down. So when we get to about 720, I might trim some at 723 and 713. It's probably the plan. Up about 170 bucks on it, which isn't bad. I'm only in 200 shares. But I entered light because I thought it might keep pushing. And I wanted to add more on the push, but all good. CTX back to break even, so this must be around 271, 272. As long as CETX doesn't break a new high, I'm gonna stay in it though. And I mean a new high of this little move, so 285. As long as it doesn't break 285, I'll stay in it. $7.30. Let's see if we get some PRs. Got a few coming in. IFRX update on phase 3 data. IFRX. Oh, went right to the 200. Since it's phase 3 data, I'm not going to just jump in on this little of a move. I'm missing the flush, but I'll just have to live with that. Anything else moving? Oh, there it goes. I got another retry, but I missed it. Oh, it's only up 10. Yeah, I'm not on phase 3 update news. It might be BS, but I'm a little more cautious when it says phase 3. Dang, is that all we're gonna get? Man, weak. Yeah, so it's an update I put on my chart, and I think Alexandra, I don't know if you're on, but you get credit for telling me I could do this because again, I was a mobile trader. I started using TradingView once I started live streaming, so you can add it to. Let me make sure nothing else is moving real quick, and then I'll show you. But yeah, real quick, because I feel like I go over this every couple live streams. So you can, let me go into settings. So see where it says time frame right here? I think it's typically set to like chart. You add another one to your chart and then you change it to day. So, because this is the daily 200. And then I just made it a dotted line so I would recognize it quickly. But traditionally, I mean, typically they just say chart, so it matches if you're on the 5 minute, 10 minute, whatever. Is 10 minute even a thing? Yeah, there's a 10 minute. I've just never heard anybody say that before. But just change it to daily. Dang, EKSO. Let's see if it's, yeah, it's still falling. I'll be patient with this one. I admire you for trading still through these low volume holiday times and make profit. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Appreciate you, bro, for being in the Discord and your insight. I've seen you growing a lot since you've been in the group, bro. So appreciate you being part of the journey, my friend. But yeah, no, there's been yesterday there was actually a decent amount of opportunity, but today's starting to feel pretty lame, to be honest. That's kind of why maybe I shouldn't say that's why, but that's why I'm trying to write out these, because I don't know how much opportunity we're gonna get this week or the rest of the week. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be trading even if I'm on here or not. So I appreciate the love, but I like to trade. Probably a little too much, but that's besides the point. Yeah, today's starting to feel a little brutal though. We haven't gotten a single solid pop. And I like the earlier pops better, so it is what it is. Yeah, and I have been kind of forcing a few more trades during this holiday season. I noticed too, because there hasn't been as many solid opportunities. So hopefully I can back off that a little bit, because when it heats up, I'm gonna be much more picky than I am now. Low floats, anything under 2 million, I'm probably not going to enter. Like, and y'all know I've been saying it all year that I do well in the slower seasons like December, January, and it is coming to fruition. This is one of my better months in December. So I don't mind the slower markets because things aren't running hard against me. But this slow phase that we've been in the last month or two has been probably the slowest phase I've ever been in with small caps. There's just not been a lot of like, historically in the past there was still a lot of like pops, like pre-market pops and stuff. They would just die quick. Now they're not even getting like the momentum behind them. So I'll be ready for some liquidity, some capital to come back to the pre-market pops. Because when it gets hot, I got to lay off front side a little bit. MOGO, name change. I know this sounds dumb, but sometimes this causes these tickers to pop. And I love to short tickers for dumb reasons. Doesn't look like it. But you'll know when it's a hot market, because something as stupid as MOGO announces name change will cause some of these tickers to run hard. I'm not even kidding. I know some of y'all have seen it. What's some of my OGs on here? CJ, Alex. I know y'all have seen that before. Just stupid things would cause these tickers to just run. DRMA is finally starting to get back. And then in the hot market, that's what you look for. You're not trying to short phase 3 news. It's more shorting the bad news and the, because like now I don't even really pay that much attention to news unless it's just like a really, because there's not really any themes right now like that I'm that scared of. But when things heat up, you got to pay attention to everything, especially the float in the news. A lot of money to be made in the hot markets, but you just got to be a lot more cautious, in particular about what you trade. So I'm adding 1,000 more shares here at 282, and then if it just breaks a new high, I'm just gonna get out. Just getting my average up a little bit. And since I'm going to stop out at 285, I'm only going to risk like what, 3 or 4 cents on these additional 1,000 shares I'm adding, so no big deal. Death candle DRMA, yep. Yeah, this is a brutal live stream, guys. Thank y'all for even just sticking around. It's a rough one. I can get shares on DRMA now, but they're pricey, so I'm gonna skip over that. 250 bucks for 1,000 shares. I'll pass on that. Maybe BNAI is getting ready for its slow descent. Like I said, I'm probably gonna just see how long I can ride these out. As long as it doesn't break over 250, I'm probably just gonna, since it looks like there's not going to be a lot of opportunity to make money today, I might just ride these out, see if it keeps fading, because this move is excessive yesterday. And that doesn't mean it's going to give it back just because the move yesterday was excessive, but I think there's a chance it gives some of this back today. I'm getting a systems error on TZ when I try to borrow SOPA. First time I've seen that. Yeah, I think that's a similar story though. I think, I don't know why you're getting a system error, but last time I checked, you couldn't get locates on SOPA, or they were crazy expensive too. Yeah, $300 for 1,000 shares. Wow. I should have just slept in today, especially since I'm recovering from being sick. But 8 o'clock is not too far away. We'll see if we get us a pop. But if we don't get much action after 8, I might call it a little early today. We'll see though. We'll see what the market gives us. The funny thing is, I do these live streams pre-market, but I've been making the vast majority of my money in intraday lately. December, I bet you it's probably 80 to 20%, probably 80% intraday, 20% pre-market. I like pre-market, but there just hasn't been a lot of one, I don't size as heavy pre-market, and two, just hasn't been as many plays. Will you ever give up the secret strategy for intraday? Join the Discord. All my playbooks are in there. Now, if you have any questions, I'll answer it. I don't hide anything behind a paywall. I just have it more just organized in the Discord. But I'll talk through it all. Yeah, it's more just a little bit more backside, waiting for the move to play out and just playing levels. But it's not rocket science, honestly. It's just just trading what the chart gives you. It's a lot of the same, like high a days retest, a lot of the 200 daily retest, lower highs, looking for entries, VWAP retest. Like I said, it's nothing too crazy. But the cool thing about the Discord is all of us think, I wouldn't say the same, but similar. So we're calling out plays that we're all interested in, because a lot of the best plays don't even come from me. It comes from the community, because we all, I don't see everything. I work a W-2, trying to end that soon. But as of right now, I still work the W-2. So that's the part I appreciate. We're all looking for the same thing. Yeah, you got it. I prefer after 10:30. Lately, I've been playing a lot more of the pre-market open, I will admit. But I really like to come back around 10:30, 11 after those pre-market moves have been made, and especially since we're in a little bit of a slower small cap market, we're not having these all-day runners. So a lot of times they start topping out around 10:30, 11, 12. And if they're still breaking highs after like 1 o'clock, you can assume they're just going to break highs the rest of the day too. If it's grinding up. But a lot of times they kind of top out around that time, from about 10:30 to 12 or 1 o'clock. And I don't really always look for the top gainer either. Like that's the ones that's most appealing to most people. But I really like to kind of find like the second or third or fourth top gainer, because all eyes are usually on the top gainer, especially in a hot market. Like those are the ones you want to stay away from. Those are the guys you see on X that lost a crap ton of money. They're usually trying to play hero and short the top runner on the day. And I fall for that trap sometimes too, don't get me wrong, but I have a lot more success with other plays. Just letting these fall up about not much, but up $260 on these 3 plays, just letting them slowly fall. Mostly, well, not much on any of them though. But EKSO, I averaged up on CTX, so that's why I'm in the money on this one. But yeah, just no action, guys. Just nothing really happening. If this gets back to VWAP, I might add more size to it and just assume it's going to keep falling. But I don't think it's going to do that. Instead of getting to record your misses to record you, you could screencast directly from your phone. Yeah, I've thought about that. But then, like, I would have to prepare and make sure my notifications don't pop up. I get canceled for some of my group chats I have. One of my boys would text something extremely questionable as soon as I did that, and I would forget to turn the group chats off. Kind of joking, but I'm a little paranoid to share my phone screen. But it's not a bad idea. I'll think about it. Let's not have your stuff. Yeah, and I got hacked about 2-3. No, I know you. I'm kind of kidding, anyways. But yeah, no. I'll do it. I'll do it one day. I will. Especially if you're talking about just like a one-off. I should record my screen. You know what? I'll record my screen the rest of the session. How about that? I don't know how long my screen recording can last, so it's recording. Should have probably turned off let me turn off my text notification. One of my dispensaries is going to reach out like by text. I'm going to miss it today. Forget to turn it back on. It's going to be like a fire drill too. All right, I'll record it the rest of the session. I don't know how long my phone will. Okay. There we go. I get asked this all the time about how I get in and out of play so quick, and I feel like I am so slow. Dang, DRMA was the play, but low Ks were too pricey. Honestly, I'm losing faith in CTA. I'm only up like 40 bucks on this one, so I'm about to just close it. Well, dang, now that's all good. I'm gonna still close it. I'm kind of tired of this play, to be honest. It's looking like it's more in the uptrend now, so I'm just gonna get out of it. My thesis has changed on it. I'm not getting the flush I wanted. And this one I was the least confident about anyways. So basically got out at break even. But I'm gonna let BNAI keep falling and EKSO. I wanna see if I'm hoping it gets caught up on this 9 right here and it keeps fading down. I think that's what's gonna happen too based on these couple wicks, but obviously anything can happen, but I think we're still going down from here. I'm gonna take this one off. No, not DRMA. Boy, this is wild. I'm glad I entered these tickers though, or I wouldn't have made any money today. Yeah, BNAI has even less than that, only 192K shares. But again, I said this from the start, I was expecting that one to be slow, and that's kind of what I want it to do. I just want it to slowly die off. Just no plan on closing it until it breaks 250, and if it doesn't break 250, at least hold it till I get some decent gains on it. No, it's strange. I just stay on TradeZero. Because if you leave the TradeZero app and get back on it, it's a little glitchy. So it's best to just stay on it. Five minutes till 8 o'clock. See if we get a play. Chugged an energy drink and took some Dayquil for this. My body's like, I don't know if y'all can see in the live, I'm like, my legs bouncing, I'm like shaking. I don't have anything to take my adrenaline out on. This is rough. PFSA popping. Somebody in the Discord just said that. PFSA. Oh, it's 14 cents. Who was that? Come on, let there be an 8 o'clock play. Let there be an 8 o'clock play. The concerning part, though, is the longs probably feel the same way we do. So they're probably going to jump on whatever it is. Because, again, let's talk about hot markets. So the downside of hot markets is if you get in too early, you can get your face ripped off because things are hot. It's best to play backside, and it's best to find a specific, like, strong level on the daily or the hourly or whatever to enter. The positive of the hot market is that you get a lot of money rotation, like onto the next play, onto the next play, onto the next play. So you'll see a lot of flushes once something else picks up. And in these hot markets, these PRs that we don't even bat an eye at now sometimes will cause these tickers to just run an excessive amount. So you got to take the good with the bad. And like we're in a slow market now where nothing's really moving. So it's a little tough. Like I said, I actually do better in the slower markets because I don't have to worry about anything ripping my face off. You know what I mean? Because I'm a front side trader. I like getting in early on the front side. So just something to pay attention to. It'll heat back up in spring and summer. They might even do it before then if there's another catalyst, but right now pre-market's been a little brutal. Bunch of PRs are coming out.
BNRG. Fly. DRMA.
These are all the old alerts from earlier. So everything after that should be legit. SOAR getting a little bit of a pop. It's still not up very much, but SOAR, it's only up 15%, but who knows in this kind of market. Nah, I don't like what the daily looks like. Maybe if it gets up to like 82 cents. Anything else moving? SOAR's up to 84 cents. I'm gonna take a little stab at it right here. Alright, I'm in it. Don't know very much about this company, but I'm in it. So let's see. It's another thing when it heats up. I got to do research first before jumping in. So 7 million float, I feel good about it. That's the main thing I'm concerned about. So I'm gonna add to it, honestly. I'm adding to it here. Looks weak to me. And we're going down. Just not much to go down. Didn't go up very much. Anything else y'all seeing? The reason I wanted it about like right here was just because this was kind of like the bottom side of this. Like that doesn't mean that's where it's gonna, but I gotta find a spot that gives me confidence. If it breaks above that, the next level is probably gonna be somewhere up here from 87 to like 91 probably. But I'm gonna just let this one do its thing. Nothing right now is concerning me that it's going to go against me. SOPA's locates are extremely expensive. So that's why I wasn't interested in it. Since I'm not going to get a lot of plays today, maybe I should look at this news real quick. Announced a 6-month pause at the money offering program. Dang, that's decent. Sometimes the market responds well to that, but I'm going to keep adding. I don't think that's enough to keep this one pushing, so I'm going to add some more. Just don't think I'm gonna get a lot of plays today, so I'm gonna add a little size to this one. Hopefully it works out. So just chilling. We'll see what happens. Let price action decide, but let's see what the 1 minute looks like. 1 minute, it's kind of honoring VWAP as of right now. pulled up AskEdgar. Let's see what we can find about it. Oh, they don't have much about it yet. So I had some waiting at 84 and they just got filled. So as long as this doesn't break a high, I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'm gonna just keep adding. Uh-oh, here we go. Let's see what it does here. Ooh, now this is where it gets a little tricky. I'm gonna still add. I'm gonna make it prove that it can hold over that 85 level, but it might since nothing else is moving. But I added at 85 regardless. Because as soon as it did that, it flushed back down. So let's see what this, well, I don't like that this candle's pushing up too though. There we go. Let's see what happens. I'm only in 4,000 shares, so it's not that like big of a position, but I prefer not to have to stop out of it. So let's see what happens. I trimmed 1,000 at 83 cents. Just to get my size down since my conviction is not as strong as it was, but still in 3,000 shares. And we'll add those shares back if it gets up to 86 cents that I got out at 83 cents. This is the tough part about slow markets because there's nothing else really to steal attention away. SILO released some news at 8:05, phase 1 data, but I don't know if it did anything. SILO. Oh, it did, but it's under 50 cents. I don't know, this is kind of looking weak now on the 1 minute. Let's see what the 5 minute looks like. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold on to these, see what happens. Bro, EKSO still won't die. It's actually curling up. Now I gotta decide if I want to add it VWAP. I don't think I'm going to though. So finally in the money with SOAR. So let's see if we get a little bit decent flush here. think we're about to go down. Here we go. Yep. Cool. I don't know how clean it'll be, so I'm gonna trim as we go down. I'm already out of half my position. So I'm not going to add it VWAP, but if it pushes to about 84 again, I'm going to probably start slamming it again. Like I said, I'm not expecting a super clean flush on this one because all attention's on it right now. You know what? I'm about to add some right here. And then add some more at 84. Because I'm only adding 500 shares at a time at this point. And then add a little more at 85 if it gets there. Okay. I'm watching it on the 1 minute just because it's you can see the activity a little more clear, but the 5 minute, interestingly enough, it came down to the 200. Did it? It must have popped recently, or it faded. Yeah, it did. Oh, look at it. 200, baby. It's. They like to fail there. So, anyways, fell there, then completely flushed after that. So the 200 on the 5 minute hasn't even caught up yet. It's a trash ticker though. Oh, I didn't even pull up the daily, guys. There's a gap fill right there, according to the, so that's where it went to. Look, 87 cents. Exactly where it went to, isn't it? Yeah, 87. Gap fill play. Love these. It didn't look like a gap fill because I was watching the 5 minute, but see, on the daily, it takes out the after hours and pre-market session, which created that that gap. Getting the flush now, trimming some more on the way down. There we go. I think we broke a new low. Yeah. Oh, good call, Joey. And as predicted, this one's not going to flush too cleanly, but it's giving us levels to play. Y'all saw me add on the pops, taking profit on the flushes. Find a way to make some money on this one. Not going to make that great on it, but make a little money on it. But that's why I went with 4,000 shares, because still not that big of a position, but it was only originally up like 20% anyways, maybe 25%. Not gonna add here, but if it pushes back to VWAP, maybe 82, 83 cents, I'll add. But as of right now, at 80 cents, I'm just gonna let it keep falling. Cappy in the Discord said he's watching SIDU. Not too interested right now. So yeah, I'm gonna probably just try to hold these. I want to see if we get a little bit more of a flush. I mean, that flush is 11 cents, so I don't know what I'm really holding for. There's not much to flush at this point, but so maybe I should just start trimming the rest of it out. But I'm gonna be hard-headed and see if there's a little bit more of a flush. I'm gonna add back here now. 82 cents. My 82, 83, and 84 just got filled, so I'd like to see it flush now. I don't like that this wicked higher than that candle though, so let's see what happens here. It might keep pushing up. I'm about to locate some more shares. If this thing gets back to 87 cents, I might throw another 4,000 shares at it. The locate prices are good, so I just got 4,000 more shares. If it gets to 87 cents, shoot, if it gets to 86 cents, I'll do 2,000. And then if it gets to 87, I'll do another 2,000. All right, I have those waiting. Kind of want it to. It might be scary for a split second, but it'll be worth it. Even this play is boring. All the plays today have been boring. EKSO still won't die off. Still hanging out. BNAI just is not even moving. I'm going to have to wait for market open for this one to move, I think. But yeah, let's see if we get to 86, 87 cents again. Since I'm adding more size there though, that's going to have to be my hard stop. So if it breaks 87 or 80, yeah, if it makes a new high and holds, I'm going to have to get out. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. All right, I'm in 8,000 shares, so if this level doesn't hold, I got to get out pretty quick. So let's see what, oh no, don't do it to me. Fail. Uh-oh, this might push. Let's see. Get more volume. I can see again, I don't have volume on my chart, but I can see the volume going up. How many shares have been traded on it? There we go. I'm back to break even now. Well, I was 84 cents. There we go. There we go. I'm in the money. In the money. I'm gonna get my size down a little bit. Now I have a beautiful average, so let's go. Cool. Now I'll just wait for it to fail. Looks like that was a retest, a high retest. So trim down my size some, and now I'm just fingers crossed it flushes. 8:30 is 9 minutes away. I think as long as we don't break a new high by then, we'll be good. Maybe there'll be a distraction that pops up, but see if we get a little bit of a flush here. Got a good average, got decent size. Yeah, my average is 84.9, so almost 85 cents now, which is, some of y'all probably got better, honestly, but I was adding at 82, 83, 84, thinking it was going to fail. So I got in a little early. Story of my life. But I usually figure out a way to. I'm joking because that's like my running joke. Is like I tend to get in them a little early. But I make up for it by adding heavier at like a key level that's my line in the sand. It's like, okay, I might have got in early, but I might add hella size right here. And then if it breaks, I just got to get out quick. Because that's the thing with averaging up. Again, not financial advice. Averaging up is dangerous, but that's how I get away with it, is I average up at I'm gonna trim a little right here. Average up at like a level, but I draw the line in the sand there. So if I'm wrong, I got to get out quick if I add size. So it has to be a level that I, feel pretty good about. So trimmed a little bit more here at 82 cents. Yeah, not making that much on it, but I'm not super convinced it's going to fade cleanly. But I still got a decent size position. I'm just trimming small. Once we get in the 70 cents, though, I'm going to start taking some more size off. Cappy in the chat said CETX was moving. Was that smart for me to get out of it? Yes, it was. See, thesis change, just got out of it, break even. Old me would have forced this to work, so I'm glad I got out. If it gets up to $3, I might look. Yep, I might. Let me see what I'm gonna get. CETX pulled up. I might enter this one. $3. All right, got in a little position at 296. And then we'll add more size at 298, which I just got. Did I get filled? No, I didn't get filled. That's getting exciting. Oh, let's go. SOAR is in the, yeah, let me get pulled up right here. SOAR. We're in the 70 cents now. Up a couple hundred on it now. Nothing crazy, but wasn't expecting anything crazy from this one. Okay, my 298 got filled, and I have one more waiting at, speaking of me like to get in early, I got one more waiting at, I believe, 306. Let me check and make sure. Yeah, 306. And that's my biggest size, 1,000 shares right there at 306. And if it breaks and holds a new high, I am out. And it hit 306, but I didn't get filled. Unfortunately, that would have been a good fill. Well, time will tell if that would have been a good fill, but oh, SOAR is 75 cents. Let's go. Up 300 bucks on this one now. With just the few shares I've had, and I've been trimming. Let's go. Oh, now so I want to cover most of my position here. All right, so now I can focus on CETX. So I'm back in the money on CETX. Or basically break even. I mean, I'm green by 10 bucks, but let's just say break even. Only in 1,000 shares, and like I said, I have another 1,000 shares sitting at 306. It tapped it, but I didn't get filled, unfortunately. That would have been really nice fill, but that's how it goes sometimes. We needed something to steal attention away, and CETX might have been our savior. I think I play around about that money rotation. I don't know why more people don't talk about it. Such an edge. I don't know, CET's showing some decent strength here, so I still feel strong. Well, let's not say strong. I still feel confident in my thesis of playing this high a day retest, but I really like for them to fail a little quicker than this. So let's see what happens. It's hanging in there. So let's see. I'm about to get my 306 fill, I think. Well, I got it. So now, moment of truth. I got my finger on the cover just in case it breaks a new high to get out if I need to. I don't want to be in 2,000 shares, so I just trimmed out at 301 at basically break even. So I'm back in just 1,000 shares, but with a better average. Because I'm scared it's going to break a new high here, to be honest. And it looks like it's doing that. So now I'm going to wait and see if it holds. If it holds over that level, I'm going to get out. And it looks like it might. All right. I'm actually add it again at 307. It looks weak now. I don't think it's going to break. So back to 2,000 shares. Let's see. So war zone right here at 3, up from 308 to 310. Let's see who wins. I honestly think the longs might win this one. Somebody in the Discord just said SPRC. I don't know if it's moving again. Oh, there we go. Let's go. So I'm trimming back to 1,000 shares. But my average is beautiful now. 304. We're almost 305. I'm just going to wait for the flush. I think it's going to flush this time. Again, could be wrong, but I think the shorts won this battle. I think it'll at least visit
AMTD.
I think it'll at least visit VWAP. AMTD, especially now that we're getting some other attention, potentially AMTD. Uh-oh, we got 200s. Let's see if it fails here. CETX is flushing, by the way. Probably for money rotation. AMTD, oh, it's only up 8%. I'm not playing that. It's got to be up more than that. So CETX, we're getting a little bit of a flush here. I want it at VWAP, so I'm going to try to hold it till there. It's probably going to flush all the way back to like 270 to be honest, but I'm going to get out of VWAP and call it a session to be honest after this. AMIX, is that moving now? AMIX. Up about 22%. Trading sketchy. What's the float on this one? AMIX. It's a cheap ticker, but it's trading like a tiny float. 6 million float. Oh, it is Pat News? Yeah, I love Pat News. Because it rarely ever holds its gains. I just don't like how sketchy this one's playing. It's like making really intense moves. Let me look at the daily. I'll probably get in. Oh, look at this. I love these wick downs like this. Okay. So as close to 69 cents as I can get. I'm locating 2,000 shares now. All right, I'm in it. Now I'm adding some more. I got in 67 and some change. Not the best average, but I'm adding some more closer to 60, yeah, 69. Catching the flush though a little bit. So I'm adding 1,000 more at 68 and 1,000 more at 69 if it wants to get back up there. You said it's Pat News. I took your word on it. Let's see, is it? Yep. Oh, and it's European Pat News. That holds up even less. So yeah, I'm gonna play this one. So I got an order at 68 cents, 69 cents, and I'm already in 2,000 shares. Whatever happened to CETX? Let's go. Well, not as nasty of a flush as I wanted, but and I had my fill at 291. Didn't get there. That's all right. I'll keep. You know what? I'm probably gonna take. I don't know. I'll let it do its thing. Ooh, it's dropping. So let's pull up the 1 minute, see what it's looking like. It's stuck under VWAP. I'm gonna just let it fall some. Honestly, I'm thinking about if CTX, if I want to just like see if this one just falls all day. AMX, come on, push back up to 68 and 69 cents. I'll take those fills. Okay, I'm in 3,000 shares, so if it pushes to 69, I'll be in 4,000. 4,000. I'm gonna add another 1,000 at 70 cents if it gets there. It didn't fill it though. But I have one waiting at 70 cents, but in 4,000 shares now, so I think, yeah, 4,000. CT flush, so I'm out of it, I think, yeah. I was thinking about just removing this, because now that I think of it, I'm like, man, this is a failed after hours attempt. This thing might just fade the rest of the day. Watch this. Come back in today, I guarantee it's lower than 292. I shouldn't say guarantee, but I'm pretty confident this one will probably fail. Maybe, I didn't really look at the news that well on this one, or I don't even know if I look at it at all. So maybe it's decent news and it keeps pushing, but wouldn't be surprised. AMX, uh-oh, this one's going against me a little bit. So down a couple hundred on this one. So now I gotta figure out how I want to play this one. It's pushing pretty hard too, so I gotta move quick. Okay, I'm gonna play this. This is the last level. I'm gonna play 75 cents. So I'm in 5,000 shares. It's pushing against me pretty hard right now, I'll be honest with y'all. So I'm gonna get 5,000 more shares. This one's gonna take a hit on the P&L. So I'm gonna slam it right here, but what scares me is if it breaks this, it might go up to 90 cents. Look at this. But I added 5,000 more shares at 76 cents. If it breaks over 80, I'm probably just gonna have to cut this one. Yeah, I'm down 600 bucks on this one. I gave away most of my gains on this one today. Oh my gosh, this one's ripping me. See if we come back to VWAP. If we come back to VWAP, so if we break over 85 cents, I gotta start cutting. But I'm gonna see if we come back to VWAP. The thing is, if we come back to VWAP, my average is 73 cents. So I'm gonna get out of most of my position there, if not all my position there, and see if I can survive this play. But if we push past 85, I'm gonna end up taking a decent loss on this one. See if we come back to VWAP. Well, that's the 1 minute. Let's see what the 5 minute looks like. Ooh, okay, we're dropping a little bit. I'm just gonna go ahead and start trimming on the way down. Just take small losses on it. So I was saying earlier, this one trades like a way smaller than 6 million float. This one trades a little sketchy. I wonder if it has high institutional ownership. Let's see, AMIX. So trimmed some out at 78 cents. That still was a decent loss on it, but nothing too absurd. So if it gets over 85 and hold, I'm just gonna that 90 cent level. Y'all seeing me a little stuck, because now this level, I think this is where it's going to, 89. If it breaks 85, I think that's where it's going to. So I've already trimmed down some of my size. I might be trading like nobody's watching in a second, because I'm about to, I might hold it and just slam it right here at 89 cents. maybe 10,000 shares or something. Oh, and they have warrants at 86 cents. Nice call. Okay, yeah. I'm going to hang in there. Because now I'm only down like 400 bucks on it. Nothing crazy. Oh, okay. Now I'm down less than 200. So I'm trimming some here at 77. Okay, cool. I can breathe again. I still do like Pat News, but I'm playing front side, so this is the part of front side is I didn't wait for it to top out. I do think it'll still give back its gains, but it's got to make its move first. So this might be a quick session today, but it's actually going to turn out to be a long one. And sorry if y'all are in the comments, because VVPR. Yeah. So I'm down to only 4,000 shares now. Took some losses on those, but nothing crazy. So I'm just honestly going to hang on to these. Maybe it was just trying to go to Easy Roller said there's warrants at 86 cents. I haven't confirmed that yet. Maybe that's just where it wanted to go. So I might get my money back here if it flushes. Let's see. And actually I said I'm in 5,000. One of these shares didn't get, oh, because I shorted. My last cover I actually added, Jesus Christ. That's the mobile trading life. So yeah, I'm in 5,000 shares. So let me see about those warrants. Because I might just hold on to this then. Because I'm in a decent sized position now. If it flushes, the problem is it could bounce here. But I like that it's falling under the 9 and VWAP on the 1 minute. We're falling under VWAP on the 5 minute. Now let's see if it'll close in the next minute 20, and that will be, that'll increase my confidence. But I did not play this one very well. Let's see. Yeah, there's 86 cent warrants registered. Oh, they were recently registered at 12/11. That was earlier this month. Now EKSO is going against me. The thing is pushing. I'm about to slam this thing. I think it's going to fail VWAP right here. Because that's too strong of a candle. This ticker's not ready for that candle. So I'm about to add some more to it. I think that was just too strong of a break. I think it's going to fall back down. Could be wrong. Oh, the locate prices have went down substantially. I'm trying to get in this thing before it falls. All right, I'm in it. Cool, thanks for the heads up. I don't really like how this recent trend kind of makes it look a little bullish, but it is a lower high right here, so keeping my eye on AMIX. I think it's gonna die, but let's see. Nice add on EKSO. It fell back below VWAP. T-Mac, appreciate you, bro. I added 500 shares there, so I was only in 200, but I just added 500 right there, so I hope it holds up. I'm gonna play these tight though. If it gets over 820, then my thesis has changed. It's probably not a VWAP fail. It's probably gonna keep pushing. So until it breaks that. So let me get over here. I wanna pull up. I guess it's a good thing I did get out of CETX. It's pushing up again. So I'm gonna get EKSO pulled up and AMIX. There we go. Okay, so just keep an eye on both these. I'm actually in the money with AMIX now. What a change of events. I was down almost $1,000 on that thing one time. Not proud of it. I shouldn't have let myself get there, but I'm up on it now. It's the part that scares me. I know I can get out of these situations, but then when it gets in hot market, it's a lot harder to get out of those. So. But yeah, still in 5,000 shares. I'm gonna see if it drops a little bit. I think it's made its move it wanted to make up. Could it bounce? Yeah, definitely. But I want to see if it drops a little here. So let me see comment. Oh, y'all haven't really said that much. Good. Is anybody having trouble with SOPA? SOPA? Denny Burns was asking. EKSO, nice one. AMIX, lots of sellers, yeah. That's why I'm trying to just hold on to it. I'm back to break even now. I'm not in the money, but I think I'm gonna be patient with this one. Might be the wrong one. Let me look at the patent news. I just assume, because overall patent news rarely holds up. Even in hot markets, it rarely holds up. So let's see what kind of patent news it was. I'm trading way longer than I wanted to be done by now. European patent on platform technology enabling precision nerve targeted therapies in cardiology. So I do like that no AI was mentioned. I do like that nothing trending is mentioned. So yeah, no clinical outcome data or trial results reported. They have a portfolio of over 80 issued patents and 39 pending applications, and it's trading for 74 cents. So that's why I like patent news. That tells you the whole story. They have 80 patents currently and 39 pending, and it's still trading for 76. So that tells you patent news doesn't hold up, because if patent news was worth anything, it would the stock wouldn't look like it was nosediving. You know what I mean? Like, look at this stock. I knew it was going to look like this before I even pulled it up. So this kind of confirms my thesis about patent news. They have a history of just pumping out patents and nothing else, it seems. So yeah, I'm definitely holding on to this one. As long as it doesn't break a new high, I might ride this one down, to be honest. AskEdgar. AskEdgar. The link in the description. There's a free version and a paid version. I think the free version includes it, but I'm not entirely confident. This is a great channel. When do you usually shut it down? I like to try to slow down at 8:30, but now that I'm in AMIX, I want to keep an eye on it. I think I'm gonna get the outcome I want, but again, I just gotta wait for the move to be over. It's going to die. This is AMIX. It will be a great backside play. So what I should have done just then was when I was at break even, because now I'm down a couple $100 again. But when I was at break even, I probably should have closed and waited for it to pop again and then added. But I thought the move might have been over, but I might add some more here at 80 cents. Yeah, I'm gonna add some more here at 79 actually. Get my average up a little bit. So 79 I'm adding, 80 I'm adding, and then if it gets to 84, I'm gonna add my other 2,000 shares. So I'm willing to get back up to 10,000 shares on this thing. So added some here at 79 and 80 cents. Should try to get my average up a little bit. Again, I'm a front side trader. The smart way to play this one is probably backside, but I'm already in it, so I'm gonna trade it. CTX back over 3. I don't want to mess with it. AMIX is gonna be the last trade for me on live, so I'm just gonna pay attention to this one. Unless there's just something beautiful that presents itself, I'm probably, geez, it's pushing still. Unless something else presents itself, I'm probably not going to trade it. But we know what the outcome of this one's going to be. Like I said, they've already issued 80 patents, and you see what this ticker does historically. So this patent is not going to be a game changer, but backside is the play for this one. So if it breaks a new high, I'll end up taking a decent loss on it and probably just wait for backside. But let's see if that 85 level holds up. I think it's going to, or I wouldn't still be in it. And then if it gets to 84 cents, I'm adding some, I have some shares there in 85 cents. But again, it goes back to when I add size, that's kind of got to be my line in the sand. So I'll be at 10,000 shares there. So that's a decent size position for me for pre-market. I usually don't go that heavy, but my thesis is strong in this one. Unfortunately, I got in a little early, so got to deal with the hands I'm dealt. Yeah, I have a Discord in the link. That's what I keep talking about. The people that were alerting earlier were in the Discord sending out alerts. They're too cool to listen to me on live stream now, I think. Now some do both. But let's see what AMIX does. But yeah, it's in my description, and I think it's the top link. Actually, I'll post it here. I'm a terrible salesman. But yeah, still watching AMIX. I'll hang around until this one makes a decisive move, I guess. It's gonna be a longer Discord than planned. Or a longer live stream than planned. But yeah, I never flex. Well, I rarely flex. Like yesterday, I mean, I wish y'all could see how many people in the group had solid days yesterday. I need to start sharing that more. It's not just me winning in the group, that's for sure. So, okay, I got my fill. Let's see if it holds this high. I sure hope it doesn't, because I'm down quite a bit on this one. I'm banking that this level holds. If I'm wrong, I got to cut quick. So I got my finger on the trigger. I'm seeing some big bids, though. I don't like that. I still think this level is going to hold up, but if I'm wrong, I got to get out quick. was hoping it wouldn't break a new high before 9 because there's still a chance I could get bailed out at 9 with money rotation. Let's see. Just don't keep pushing. Well, this turned out to be an eventful live stream. And this is a double-edged sword, me getting in a little early. So I catch some flushes that sometimes I probably shouldn't catch, but I get in early and now my average is way lower than it should be. So looks like we're gonna fail here. Yes, let's go. And then I added the 84 and 85. So now my average is up to 76 cents, which is terrible, but still better than it was. So let's see what happens. Oh yeah, this one's going to be an interesting recording. I hope it ends in green. Y'all see that I was down $1,000. I wasn't saying it, but when it was up there 84, 85, I'm down $1,000. Shouldn't let myself get in that position, but here I am. And at the end of the day, honestly, I'm like a grand loss. Like I don't want that to happen, but I mean that's one good play. I'll get it back. It's whenever they start getting like 3, 4, 5K. I don't allow those anymore. But $1,000, that's part of the game with the size I play. Because yesterday there was 3 plays I made over, well, 2 plays I made over $1,000. So, and I shared those in the Discord while I was in them. So like, as long as I keep it around that, that's why whenever, if it was to get over this like 86 and hold, I was going to try to get out quick because that's about where I like to max my losses out, about $1,000, 1.5K. BG, what's up? Missed all the action, bro. There was no action at the beginning. Now I got myself stuck in AMIX. 9 o'clock, 2 minutes. Man, let's get some NVIDIA partnership, space, crypto, Sam Altman news. Let's get something crazy so I can get bailed out. On travel again. You good, BG? Appreciate you checking in though. Oh, appreciate it, Joey. If you're serious about getting good at short selling, there's no better Discord, and it's only $25 a month, no brainer. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, I try to be very fair with the pricing. Like that's, again, I'm biased, but I think we do good things in there. AMIX. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. Do we get any more news? PRs? Not many. I might end up having to cut this thing. Appreciate it, Ross. Thanks for hopping on, Daniel. Small wins on EKSO and DRMA. Oh, good. You got into DRMA? I wanted to get in it. Those dang locates were crazy. Yeah, no, guys. The only reason I'm still here is because I'm in AMIX. And if I'm still stuck in it by probably like 9:50, I'm not gonna. Well, I don't know. I would prefer not to hold this through market open, but honestly, this might be a good candidate to flush. But I just got to let price action decide what I'm going to do with it. But I'll stick around for another 10 minutes or so, see what happens here. But I feel like I might end up having to cut this thing. The level's still holding up. And I would love to add more size right here. But I'm already in 10,000 shares, so I don't want to get reckless. So it's a good spot to be for my confidence level. About an 8K position. Bro, look at EKSO. It broke that 820 level, so I'm gonna just cover for it while I'm still a little in the money from my earlier. I'm like barely in the money on it. Dang, this was not my best trading session, that's for sure. I've been having some rough ones for pre-market lately. That's what I was saying at the beginning of the live stream. Most of my success has been coming from intraday. I haven't been super dialed in pre-market. I mean, it's a really good sign it's not breaking new highs. It's holding up this level, but again, no, I'm not getting bailed out by anything. There was no 9 o'clock news that was worth anything. This PAT news is holding up a little bit stronger than I thought it would. Again, PAT news, like I said, historically does fade hard, but you got to let it make its move first. And this one's putting up a decent fight. But I'm down. Yeah, I'm down $800 on this thing. Now let's see if this level holds. If it holds, I got to get out. But then that next level's at 90 cents. Jesus Christ. This is the predicament I'm in now. I'm not wanting to get out. So I'm going to trim down my size at least. Dang, I'm frustrated. So yeah, now I'm down 1,300 on it. The day I record, the screen is like, you can see how I traded like a disaster today. Bro, I know as soon as I cover this thing, it's going to flush and I'm going to be so pissed off. Because that 89, is that where it's trying to get to, this area right here. So I'm not being a very good example right now. I'm going to just be honest with y'all. But I'm going to make it break this little wick down for area. And then if it really does break this 89, I'm going to get out. I'm changing my stop loss. You shouldn't do that, but all these areas are so close together. So if it breaks this 89 and hold, or 90 cents, I am going to just get out. And it looks like it's going to. So let's see if it closes. If it closes above that, no more questions asked. I'm going to get out. Dang. No, you're right, PR. I'm just already in it so heavy. I'm not trying to, like, if I cut here at 87 and then it fails at 90 cents, I'm gonna be ready to be upset. So I'm gonna, like I said, 90 cents. If it closes above that, no more questions asked. Have my finger on 91 with 10,000 shares. So if it breaks that, if it breaks 89.90, I'm just going to try to get out of it real quick. I probably should move it to 92 just in case there's some slippage. Yeah, since I'm in a not that big but a decent sized position, so bumped it to 92. So if it holds over 90 cents, I'm just going to slap it. But this is the level I think it's going to fail at. So again, that's the problem with like having these hard levels. And there's enough that the reason why I'm pretty set on 90 cents is because if it breaks 90, the next thing isn't till $1. So that's the part that concerns me. So here it goes. So if it breaks right here, I'm just going to get out. I got 92 on the ask, and at this point I'm almost content with it. It's just like this play I've been in it so long. Yeah, Don Black, I don't. Like once I'm kind of breaking some of my own, you're 100% right. And I'm glad you brought that up because after 8:30, if something starts getting bullish, it tends to stay bullish until 9:30. And my conviction was a little bit too high because this was patent news. But yeah, I hear you. But whatever happens, your December month was off the chart. Oh yeah, yeah. No, I mean this isn't gonna. Like I want to win this trade, but this is not gonna. It's not gonna rock me too much. I'm gonna be disappointed, no doubt. But yeah, no, I appreciate it, PR. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, if you know, like you saw some of those losses I used to take, like 10, 15, 20K, like yeah, because I'm down like unfortunately about 1,300 on it now. So if it breaks 90, it'll probably be closer to 1,600, a little bit on the higher side that I prefer it to be. But yeah, if I take a loss on it, I won't let it rock me too much. Because like I was saying, intraday is where I make most of the money. It's more just whenever I take a decent sized loss like this in pre-market, it's just like not jumping into another trade. So my routine is usually don't trade market open, come back around 11, 12, and only jump in if you see a really solid setup. And that's the key. It's just like because a lot of people will say like don't trade the rest of the day, and that might be good advice honestly, but as long as I'm in a decent headspace and I'm not revenge trading, I don't know what a day has to do with it, or versus 4 hours versus 2 hours, you know what I mean? So that's usually how I handle it. But yeah, I'm not trading market open today. I'm done. I'm done trading for at least the next little bit. There we go. There we go. Come on, just a little bit more. I'm hoping 90 was what it was trying to get to. But yeah, now Don Black, I need to honor what I say and just wrap up at 8:30 and quit playing these 8:30 pops. I really need to get away from. The problem is it's been so slow and I'm forcing these trades, and that's never it's never a good thing in trading, is forcing trades. So yeah, this is the 8:30 pop, you're right. Stats don't lie. Nice. I'll play so timid sometimes that the sting of a lost sparks my best is. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Joey. Because I don't ever want to like give bad advice about like, because there's a lot of people that stand behind like if you take a big loss, just like walk away for the day, and that's probably is good advice. Like, but for me, like I don't have to wait 24 hours. Like sometimes a couple hours, get my head right, make sure I'm not revenge trading, make sure it's a solid setup. But that's the key, though. You got to have, I guess, that self awareness to know that you're not revenge trading. Because there's been times in the past that I definitely revenge traded where I'm just like trying to find anything to recover. And still, I'm not perfect. There are probably times I've forced trades when after I took losses, but try to wait for A plus or at least B plus A setups before I try to get it back. Man, I hung out with y'all too long today. My gosh. MACD going negative on AMIX. Man, I've been hard headed with this play. Hope it works out. Let's see. Will you hold this through the open for a drop? Yeah, probably. And again, just have my finger on the cover button just in case it tries to rip up. I don't think that's going to happen. This looks more like it's going to like give it back setup to me personally. But yeah, I'll probably end up holding it through a market open. Like I said, just have my finger on the trigger. If this thing starts pushing hard towards 90, 91 cents, just get out and just move on. The last thing I want to do is get caught in a halt or a strong push to $1 or something. Oh, it's Denny, you just got off the phone with TZ. SOPA has system error message. They're working on it. I think this is the longest live session I've had in a while. I got a presentation for work I got to get ready for too. God, I'm going to be cramming for it at noon. I got a little bit of time. Thought about crashing out on that leadership call today anyway. so over this company. Let's see. SIDU. Yeah, it's pushing up. It's slow grinder. Like I said, I'm probably not going to enter any more plays, but this thing is slowly grinding up. But if anybody else is interested in a slow grinder, there you go. Yeah, I think it'll sell off at open. I just don't really have that much to lose. Like, because if it, as soon as it, again, I'm pretty good about getting, like, I finally have built confidence that this is the level that I'm gonna stop out at. Like, even at when I was saying 85, I was just like, I really, because I drew this line above here. So if it does break this, I'm just gonna, it is what it is. It's gonna fade at some point, but I can't risk it going against me harder than it is, because the biggest loss I've had in the, or the biggest daily loss I've had in the last 3 months, say 3 months, I think 4 months, has been $2,500, and I don't want to break that record today. So if it pushes, I gotta get out quick. So yeah, I'm gonna hold on to it at market open. And if it starts pushing, I'm just gonna get out. So it's more reward than risk. So I'm already down 1,200 bucks on it. I might be stopping out here. Let's see. Man, I wish I still had some bullets. But I don't want to add any more size right here, so I'm just going to have to deal with it. Patent news pushing like this. That's crazy. This company just pumps out patents. But it doesn't have to make sense. Bro, I'm gonna get all these like new people jumping on at that typically probably don't ever see my live stream at like 9:30, and their first impression is going to be me down like $1,400 on a position, which is fine, but it's just funny. No, you're 100% right, BG. That's what. If you try to make sense to the market, it'll drive you crazy, because between the manipulation, the wells, the sketchy companies, like, that's another reason why I don't usually add a lot of size in pre-markets, just because, like, got trust issues with these companies. Where intraday, I can see the move play out a little bit more, have a little bit more time to do research. I mean, I've had plenty of time to do research on this one, though. LEXX just released a random 920 PR. Doesn't really look that strong since it's phase 1, but at this time it might push. Let's see. Bro, why is this not pushing? Somebody, I'd rather pump this patent news. And it's GLP-1 H244. I think that's the like weight loss stuff, isn't it? This semaglutide or whatever it's called. There we go. Get some volume. I don't think it's gonna pop. Lex tried to pull one for me. LEXX tried to bail me out, but the market didn't want it. The market said we'd rather pump this ticker that's falling like a knife, that's already pumped out 80 other patents and did nothing with it. And still trades for 50 cents. EKSO pushing up. Honestly, if I wasn't just exhausted from AMIX, I probably would try to look for entry here to 887, but I'm kind of over trading for right now. I just want to see how AMIX plays out, and then I'm gonna call it for a little bit. Because again, it goes back to self-aware. I can tell I'm getting I'm over it. So I don't even want a revenge trade right now. I just want to see this flush or stop out and move on with my day. Yeah, 70, yeah, master of nothing, you are correct. And I'll probably get out most position at VWAP and just take a small loss on it. Maybe leave a few runners. But I tried that previously and it didn't work out in my favor, so I'm definitely getting out of a majority of the position at VWAP though. I'm gonna go ahead and set up that order, to be honest. Glad you brought it. Let's see. Because what I think could happen, even if it does push up, I'd be very surprised if it doesn't visit VWAP before it pushes up. I think it might completely flush, but I would be very surprised if it doesn't tap VWAP before it tries to make another move up. EKSO retesting that level, but like I said, I'm not really interested in playing it. Watch it just flush like nasty because I don't want to play it. That's a pretty good little retest from an earlier spike. If I was to play it, I'd play it tight. If it breaks over 9, cut, and then maybe play the retest of 10, so you could have a pretty tight stop on it. But I don't really feel like playing it right now. The bear is exhausted from AMIX. It looks like it as if it will retest at least $1 at some point. Yeah, I'm not that confident in it, but it could. It could do anything. I think it could, but I still believe it's going to tap VWAP before it makes another move up. What does the 1 minute look like on this one? And I might have some confirmation bias there because I want it to, but I think it's going to. Three minutes till market open. Y'all never see me hold things to market open. But I'm liking how this candle's looking heading into pre-market open. I think I might get bailed out, but let's see. Let's see. And again, there's a reason why I'm hanging on to this one. It's still ill-advised. I broke a few rules. Well, I don't know if I broke rules. I broke some earlier stop losses I said I was going to take, but the reason behind it is because it is pat news. This news is overhyped. We're at a key level, I trust. So like, I'm not going to say it's not a little reckless how I traded today, but it's not just like it's a shot in the dark. Like I'm trusting this level, and I'm trusting my pattern recognition of how pat news plays out. It might not go my way, and I'll live with that, but right now it's worth the risk. So hopefully that makes sense. It's kind of setting up like it wants to flush towards VWAP at open, but I keep seeing this map. Here it is. Oh, it's got 8 up though. There was a big bid at 84, but it kind of just got torn apart just then. But now it's bouncing from 84. But yeah, I got my finger on the trigger at 93 cents. If it breaks 90, I'm just going to get out real quick. Going the direction I want. Let's see if it goes a little bit farther. I'm only down about $700 now, so get a little flush to VWAP. I'll be good. Uh-oh. Let's see what happens. Uh-oh, pushing up here. Let's see what this means. Jesus, don't do it to me. Let's see. Are we about to break? So we're flirting with it. Got my finger on the trigger. Let's see if it holds. EKSO is flushing here. So that's not going to steal attention away for me. The first move's usually a fake out, so I think we might dive here. Let's see. Yep. So I got out of some there, but not much, but got out of a little bit there. So I've already kind of offset some. Oh, there we go. And I'm holding on to the rest, holding on to the rest. Whoo, got bailed out, got bailed out. And I'm still holding. I'm about to turn this into a green trade. Let's freaking go. I'm green. And I'm out. See y'all later. It worked out. Jesus Christ. I'm not even pretending like that was skill. That was luck. But I'm out, guys. And I live to see another day. That's what I wanted to happen. Wow. thank the good Lord. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Don't know if I earned it, but I'll take it. And oh, what a stressful session, but it worked out. It worked out. All right, see y'all guys.